Hello, my name is Katie Walker, and my project proposal is So Doggone Cute. The whole point of this proposal is to bring dogs to the University of Charleston's 5K event. The goal of this proposal is to promote wellness, encourage adopting instead of shopping, and raise money for our local animal shelters. It promotes wellness because playing with animals reduces stress in humans, because when an animal and a human come into contact, the human body releases a hormone called oxytocin, which is a stress-reducing hormone. It encourages adopting instead of shopping because once people see how lovable the shelter animals are, it will encourage them to adopt from their local animal shelter instead of buying from breeders. It also raises money for the animal shelter to help with their expenses because at the event, to play with the animals, it will cost a few dollars for a certain amount of time. The first step is to divide the class into 6 teams that include advertising, cleanup, communication, event staff, planning, and setup. Then you assign tasks to each team, complete those tasks, and finish the project. Team 1, planning. This team will make the schedules of the shifts for the event day. They may be in 30-minute increments or hours, whatever they decide is best. The next thing they will do is gather items. They will have to gather items such as tables, chairs, boxes, fences, anything that they will need for the event day, they need to find out and make sure that we can use it. The next team is advertising. They will use social media including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat to advertise for So Doggone Cute in the University of Charleston's 5K. This will continue all year until the day of. Team 3, communication. They will contact the animal shelter. They will be how our class gets in contact with the animal shelter. It's just through this team. They have to make sure that we can get the dogs. They have to see how long the dogs can stay, how many dogs they can bring. They have to find all of that out for us so that we can know if the project will work. The next team is setup. They will set up on the day of the event. They will set up the So Doggone Cute stand, and it will include tables, chairs, signs, music, fences, decorating, anything that they think we will need, they have to put it up. Team 5 is the event staff. Those are the people who will work the stand the day of. They also have to schedule their shifts with the planning team, so they will have to kind of work together for that one. They will also care for the animals while they are there. They will make sure they have food, water, anything that the animals need, they have to get it. They will also take money. They will take the donations from others as well, but they will also take money for the time slots for people to play with the animals. Team 6, cleanup. Cleanup will also occur only on the day of the event, and they will clean up the So Doggone Cute stand area. They'll pick up the tables, chairs, fences, any messes the dogs may have made, or the messes with the decorations, whatever we left there, they pick it up. The timeline, advertising, communication, and planning will all begin by January 1st of 2018. This allows them a few months to get everything in order so that they can make this project work for us. Communication and planning should be completed by March 1st. This means that communication will have, with the animal shelter, everything planned out for the day of. They will keep in touch with the animal shelter after March 1st, but the majority of the purpose should be completed by March 1st. Planning should also be completed by March 1st because it allows the other teams to work and communicate with them after March 1st to make sure that everything works for everyone. Setup, cleanup, and event staff will only take place on the day of the event. So setup will set up the day of, cleanup will clean up the day of, and the event staff will work the day of. But setup also and cleanup and event staff also have to schedule their shifts with the planning committee before the day of. That's about their only task before then. The resources we will need for this project are animals, tables, chairs, fences, a money box, and signs. Animals will obviously come from the animal shelter. Tables and chairs can come from the University of Charleston's catering staff. Fences will either have to be bought or brought by the animal shelter. A money box will have to be purchased unless there's one at the university that we can borrow. And signs will have to be made. Now, whether the signs will be made by someone else or we make them, that is up to planning. Constraints for this project. 2 constraints for this project are the cost. The cost of the money box, the fences, the advertising. That can amount to a lot, especially the advertising, whether we decide to go to a printing service or we print it on our own paper and make it ourselves, or we have someone else do it, it can amount to a lot of money. So we have to make sure we have enough money for that. And then another constraint is there's no animals. If the local animal shelter can't bring animals on that day, then you can't really have the project. However, an alternative or a resolution to this constraint would be to collect donations for the animals instead of bringing the animals to the event. So at the event, the So Doggone Cute stand would collect food, water, well, not really water, food, blankets, beds, anything that the animals may need that people want to donate, we would collect it there. However, we would also then have to transport it to the animal shelter and communicate with them to make sure that that's okay. My 5 expert sources are animalsmart.com, NBC News, New York Times, bestfriends.org, and rescuerun5k.com.